Hello, this is Casey from Casey Grandpa Tech, where your experienced grandpa, who's experienced in tech, medicine, and much more, shares information with you and explains it to you. Anyway, today I'm going to be talking to you about HD antennas and the truth, not the hype, that they have been putting out to you. So before we get started, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll be right back with this information. So anyway, I was watching TV the other day, and I'm watching this HD antenna. Cut the cable, you'll get all these channels, all this wonderful fun, and be able to do it by cutting the cable. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, that's so full of malarkey. And I'm going to explain to you why it's malarkey and why things work the way they do. So let's talk about, first thing, antennas. Indoor antennas. Everybody wants to get to save money. Look at this one over here, $13.95, and claims that it has an 1,180 mile range, and you can get HD picture. I'm telling you, this is unbelievable. Another one here. Up to 250 miles it can pick up in signals. It can get you full HD. You can get all thousands of channels and blah, 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 blah. And you know what I'm saying to you? It's all full of shit. So let's talk about antennas and transmission. Here's the truth about antennas. All right? The one thing is you need some type of direct sight with the antenna. Now, everybody, all these things saying 120 miles, 180 miles, all of it's full of it. Okay? Here's the bottom line. Your TV antenna transmitter, okay, is out there and it transmits. Now, that signal goes across the earth. But as the earth bends, all right, eventually it hits the earth itself and you can't receive a signal yet. The maximum amount of miles that you could truly get is around 70 to 80 miles. All right? Now, there's a formula. I'm giving it to you right here. You can look at it. Unbelievable. And then the other half of the coin is you got to remember gain. Your TV antenna transmits your signal. Now, for those of you who are older, you might remember that when early TVs came out, they would announce, we are a 5,000 watt TV channel. We're an 1,800 watt TV channel. We are transmitting a so-and-so frequency. What they were talking about is how far the signal would travel before it started to degrade. That's why you'll notice that in the daytime, and when it's cloudy, your transmission can get interfered with a TV antenna. So those are some of the things you have to consider. Now, let's talk even more. Now, how many of you have, you have a cell phone and you go into the house and now you had 5 bars outside and you go inside, now you have 2 bars. What's affecting it? Well, the structure itself. The radio waves that are trying to get through the building itself are being interfered by the structure. So that's why an exterior antenna placed on top of the roof gets the best signal. Now, when you go inside, you have an interference of the structure and things around it. That interferes with the actual signal. Now, let's suppose you have optimum everything. Oh, well, you can get 180 channels. You can get this. You can get that. Ain't so. Let me prove it to you. So, as I explained to you, all of this thing says, oh, potential and potential and potential and potential, and you can get this. But the truth of the matter is, you can only get as many TV channels that are available in your area. Now you can go to the FCC's website. I'm going to show it to you right now. And FCC, and then you can put in your zip code, and it'll tell you exactly how many channels are available to you. I put it in there, and it says I have 25 channels are available. 2 of them I'll be able to get reasonably well. Moderately are the rest of these channels, and then a bunch of the rest of these channels are all weak signals. You might get them, you might not, depending upon your antenna and everything else like that. So the truth of the matter is, a lot of these antennas will not give you the reception that you get with cable. That's just the way it is. So what else can you do now? Now I picked up an HD antenna, and I said, okay, let's do this for giggles, just to see what I could get. And essentially what it is basically the antenna, an amplifier, and that. Now, let's talk to you. I'm going to hook it up and we're going to test it to see how much I get. But now, I want you to notice something that most people don't realize about these type of antennas. They're flat. Oh, how do they work? They have a coil inside. Now, because they have a coil inside, they're susceptible to things that can be affected to them. Now, I can't really give it to you too much and explain, but I'm going to read it to you. And I'm going to put a picture up. Electric ovens, electric cookers, electric microwaves, electric blankets. Okay? All of these have coils in them. And they make induction. And if you put this antenna next to it, it's going to pick up that energy. And that could cause a fire. So obviously you want to keep them away from all of these things. And they're not in any of their advertisements. There's no anything. But on the back of this box that I just showed you, it's there. It's written. It talks to you. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hook up that antenna to my TV set. Remember, it said I can get 2 channels, probably good. And I don't live that far from New York City, so we'll get that. So let's do that test now. So we are scanning. Now remember, the FCC said I should get at least 25 channels. So as you can see, it doesn't work. The problem with any indoor antenna is you need to have line of sight. And even if you bring it inside and you do have line of sight, unless if there's interference, such as the walls are made out of a certain material, and things like that, you're not going to get much. And as you can see from the FCC's own website, I was only going to get 2 channels, and I got nothing. So I hope this has been helpful for you. This is where please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'll bring you more tests, more reviews, and understanding that, yes, a lot of this antenna stuff is hype. You really, unless you have an outdoor antenna on top of your roof and you have line of sight with the antenna that you're transmitting from, you're not going to get much. And if you do get it, you're not going to get the 115 channels like you can get with cable. You're better off with some type of cable. So until next time, this is KC from KC Grandpa Tech out. Thanks for watching, and until next time, have a great day.